Walking west from Maruyama Park leads you out to Shijo Dori. Shijo Dori is a busy street and it leads through the traditional Gion area. There are a lot of traditional style houses in Gion, but it does have a bit of a movie set atmosphere, and unless it's early in the morning, it will likely be very crowded. So I'm continuing up Shijo Dori to get to the intersection with Kawaramachi Dori. Just the other side of the intersection is Teramachi. Teramachi is what is known as a Shotengai, where a street becomes pedestrian only and is covered from the elements. Shotengais are a great place to see everyday life in Japan, and they're so much more human than shopping malls surrounded by acres of car parking. The Nishiki Market runs off Teramachi Shotengai, and it's a chance to see the locals doing their food shopping. There are innumerable little shops in Nishiki, all with their own specific wares. If you live in Japan, you really have to do a couple of cooking classes and get some new recipes under your belt, and Nishiki can supply any of the necessary ingredients, like wasabi. Continuing north up Teramachi, you travel along what eventually becomes Teramachi Dori. It's an old street and it has a few curious shops as well as an old shrine. However, in time it becomes the eastern boundary of the Imperial Palace. So, if you follow it north, you eventually reach one of the gates into the Imperial Palace area known as Gosho. Gosho is now mostly public park. However, the palaces themselves are hidden behind walls and require special permission to gain access. My suggestion, once you arrive in Gosho, is to head to the Imperial office and reserve a spot on the next tour. So, for example, if you book in for, say, the 2 PM tour and you have half an hour beforehand, you can sit down at the little restaurant here and have one of the inexpensive meals on offer before checking out the palace. The palace tour takes about an hour or so, and once you're finished, simply walk out the gate to Karasumadori on the western side of Gosho, and then follow the road south. When you reach the southwest corner of Gosho, cross over, and then cross over again to get to the opposite corner, and continuing west, you'll reach a small street named Abura no Koji Dori. Continue south down the street for a few blocks and you'll eventually come to a great little paper shop. if you haven't seen washi, traditional Japanese paper, it's definitely worth a look in. So you may now be wondering exactly where you are. Well, the next street down is Nijo Dori, and it's marked by the magic stone on the corner. Follow Nijo Dori west and you'll arrive opposite Nijo Castle. The castle gates close at 4 PM, but visitors aren't required to leave until 5 PM. Thus, if you arrive before the gates close, you can get up to an hour without the rig of the crowds. Anytime onwards from about 4:30, the local sentos, that is the public baths, start to open up. If you've been walking around for most of the day, a hot bath is a great way to relax. From Nijojo, return to Nijo Dori, take a right at the convenience store and then a left at the mechanics, and just up the street is the local sento. I can't take the camera in here for, well, obvious reasons, but I do strongly suggest doing a sento visit when you're in Japan. Whether you're finishing up at Nijo-jo or at the sento, Nijo Dori is just one example of the many little streets that form the grid pattern of central Kyoto. Simply having a wander through the streets here is a chance to discover unexpected moments of everyday life in Kyoto.
I live for moments. The days are empty till I see you. And when you give your smile, I realize that moments aren't enough. I miss your pure imagination, your innocence that makes me humble. When I start to cry, I realize that moments aren't enough. It always hurts each time I see you, because I always have to leave you. And as we kiss goodbye, I realize that moments aren't enough. Someday you can forgive me. Please know this isn't what I wanted. I wish the moments were a lifetime, because moments aren't enough. I wish these moments were a lifetime, because moments aren't enough. I wish these moments were a lifetime, because moments aren't enough.